Of the 26-year-old from Smolensk. They're always a danger when they're playing at home. They were sublime in their semi-final game. They'll be hoping for more of the same here in this final. The first referee, As van der Meyden from the Netherlands, just checking that everything is ready. Robert Lecco, the second referee, hands the ball over to Daniel Lupo. Italy in blue serving, Russia in red receiving this, the men's gold medal match from the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour Sochi Open. And it's Italy who have the chance for the first point. Lupo puts it down, getting the ball into transition and getting the first point on the board. Looking for a net touch, not been given. Referee says out. Lupo, Nicolai saying, I didn't touch the net. Big swing from Krasilnikov. We know he can hit it hard, he's just proving it once again. Clever play from Nicolai, just rolling that one deep to the line. These two teams have played each other 6 times before. It's 3-all in the head-to-head. In fact, they've already played each other here in Pool H of this Open. And as that one goes down, it was indeed a win for Russia. Krasilnikov, Semenov winning 21-18, 16-21, 15-12 in the decider. So this one has all the hallmarks of going the distance. Based on how they've got on already in this tournament. Oh, that's too close. Semenov should have got it. Somehow didn't get it. Nicolai over the top of Semenov. Wow. So the first end change, it's Italy who have the advantage, albeit just by the 1 point. Well, the angle of the advertising hoardings all making it too difficult for Krasilnikov. He almost collided into Mashibalina, the photographer. It's just to his left. Oh, brilliant serve. Nicolai hammers that down the line, leaves Krasilnikov standing. Nicolai once again, and a little change up here. Semenov and Krasilnikov have swapped places. It doesn't matter though, ace serve again from Nicolai. What do Russia do now? They can't do a great deal. They might call a timeout. They're keeping the same positions. Oh, well, Semenov just couldn't get out of the way of that one. And he's unable to get it off the block and out either. Russia have pressed the self-destruct button here in this first set. Surely there'll be a timeout coming. Well, the timeout does come. They're waiting for the last possible second to call it.
И лидером в этой серии нет. 3 матча, друзья, выиграли футболисты из Италии, 3 матча выиграли футболисты из России. И самое интересное, может быть, самые внимательные болельщики это запомнили, это знают, что свой последний матч между собой эти команды провели здесь, на этом турнире. Они были в одной группе, в группе H, и победа осталась за нашими ребятами, 21-18, первая партия. Вторую партию наши парни проиграли 16-21 и выиграли на тайбрейке 15-12. Так что это вторая игра уже на этом турнире между русскими командами. Ну что, друзья, Николай, и Краsilnikov, Константин Россия!
Another belting serve from Nicolai, putting Russia in a bit of trouble. In fact, putting them in a lot of trouble. That's 2 serves now from Nicolai that were going long, and Semenov has just stayed in there and passed them. Well, that didn't help Russia, did it? As it catches the top of the net, what can you do about that? But what a serving run this is from Nicolai. Oh, good range, good pressure. And a lovely press from Semenov. Nicolai going for height. He pressed too late, wasn't strong enough in the air. Tidy side out from Lupo once again. Good dig, Krasilnikov. He must have touched Semenov, so he's played it back over. And a deft touch from Lupo. Italy keeping a comfortable distance between them and Russia at the moment. Who touched that net? Semenov touched the net. It wasn't Nicolai. He reached across. But it was Semenov who touched it as he brought his hand down. Oh, goodness me, what a serve from Nicolai. That was a belter. Silencing the crowd here. Well, Krasilnikov still shaking his head. I don't think he can quite believe what's happening here. That one appeared to go in between Nicolai's arms. swing from Lupo. So the technical timeout, it's Italy in charge. Can Russia mount a comeback? Dancing girls keeping the fans happy whilst the players remain in their seats. Semenov serve. Tricky one that for Italy, but well dealt with by Nicolai after Lupo left it for him to pass and then put away. Too long from Lupo. He's looking to say that was in. That was miles out, quite clearly out. Well, this great decision by Bas van der Meyden. Pretty easy decision to make, wasn't it? It's Lupo clutching at straws. Good up, Krasilnikov. And the fans now spurring them on. Huge roar as they take a point. Double block from Italy. Well, embarrassing. It has to be said for Italy. Hilarious for everyone else watching. I don't think Lupo quite realised, or Nicolai, that they were both having to block together. No, it's not very often you'll see that. So Italy call the timeout because Russia have got back into it. I think they're still laughing at the double block. Krasilnikov with the serve. Desperate attempt by Semenov to go after it. However, Italy have the side out. Krasilnikov screaming at Semenov to go after it, wasn't he? Easy lead, that one for Lupo. Oh, that was unlucky. Nicolai got a hand on that. It would have been spectacular. Just hit the wrong part of the net. Quick arm from Lupo to put that one down to the line. It does look like this first set's going to go Italy's way, doesn't it? They only need 3 points now. They could get them from Nicolai's serve here. Oh, that was close. That looked well in. That was definitely a good call from the referee. It was an ace serve onto the baseline. No arguments from the Russian team. Nicolai again. That one was out. Oh, brilliant. But it was always favouring Italy as Russia was scrambling to get the ball into play. What a touch that was. But then Lupo was just watching and waiting. And with Russia out of position, it was an easy put away. Set point now for Italy. Oh, it's just as well Nicolai's got his serve run going, hasn't he? Because Lupo struggled with his. Still set point. That will not come back, and the first set goes the way of Italy. 21-15. Very good play from the young guns in the blue. Krasilnikov turned by the ball, and then he turns to walk back to the bench. So the dancing girls are out once again to entertain the fans. Confirmation of that first set score. Nicolai and Lupo giving Krasilnikov and Semenov a bit of a thumping in that first set. Time for Russia to regroup, get ready and come out. Hopefully all guns blazing in the second. There we go with the second set. Russia's serving with Krasilnikov, trailing by 1 set to nothing, and now by a point to nothing. Krasilnikov once again, he struggles to keep his shoulders facing to the net, doesn't he, on those hard-driven balls. That's the real battle here, not getting turned like that. Good read from Krasilnikov. And that'll do nicely as he wraps it off the fingers of Nicolai and out of play. Lupo just waited to see exactly where Krasilnikov was going and make sure it didn't go anywhere near him when he played the ball. Excellent from Krasilnikov. Dealt with the power of Nicolai and then brought some power of his own to the line. And now Lupo getting in on the big hitting act. Good stretch from Semenov. Off the net now though. Couldn't find the angle he wanted. A little breakthrough for Italy. Nicolai. Oh, that's a good serve. A great swing from Nicolai. Well, it just shows, doesn't it? All types of serves work in all types of situations. That ball just down the middle on a float serve put Italy in trouble, but Nicolai got them out of it. Krasilnikov hits the ball so hard. So Lupo with the error. I think he needs a smaller hat, doesn't he? As well, one that will stay on his head. Russia have leveled things up. Semenov with the serve. A bit too tight. Oh, great play. Really good work from Daniel Lupo. Knew it was going into the block and just played it off the hands of Semenov. Services where Semenov needs to get his hands out of the way. Oh, Nicolai took his hands out of the way. Krasilnikov with a smart play, going with the pokey. Easy side out for Italy, no trouble with that one. That's a great chase. Oh, it was too low from Semenov into Krasilnikov, who only had the cut because Nicolai had taken the line away with the block. Once again, Lupo's hat does not want to stay on his heat. Brilliant! What a shame that Semenov couldn't get the second touch. Excellent blocking from Nicolai, but great covering by Krasilnikov. However, Italy take the point again. Nicolai gets some height, doesn't he? He's up there with the best blockers in the world, is Paolo Nicolai. We'll talk about Dalhouser and Alisson. Dalhouser of the USA, Alisson of Brazil. Well, the crowd doing the Mexican wave here in Sochi. The on-court announcer doing a brilliant job of getting them all engaged and enthralled and enjoying this beach volleyball spectacle. Back to the action. Lupo with the serve for Italy. Oh, that's too tight. And it's a massive net touch from Semenov. Couldn't get his arm out of the way, dragged the net down. Oh, that's too tight again. Oh, brilliant from Nicolai. But even better from Krasilnikov, lighting up the final with that swing cross court, and we hit the technical timeout. Russia's still behind, but maybe they can find a way back in.
Браво! Белорусские сестрички. С нами всегда. Ну что, все вместе? Россия!
Semenov. Just too good from Lupo.
Lupo
Well, the Italians, as we look at Lupo, they had a second in Vittoria. That's beginning of the year. They had a second in Fuzhou. Just tournament before last. They're in the final again here in Sochi, but they are looking like very much the team to take gold, despite that great swing from Krasilnikov. Well, that looked like it was in. There was even a touch as well, maybe. Well, it was out, but did it touch the block? Not from that angle, it didn't look like it. Correct call once again from Bas van der Meyden. Oh dear, that's not coming back. It doesn't look like Russia are going to find a way into this match, does it now? 15-11. Well, nothing's working. Well, Krasilnikov's just called the timeout, but the second referee didn't see it. Now he does. I don't think they have a timeout left, which means they could get a yellow card time delay. The first referee saying, no, you have no timeout left. Well, they were lucky not to get penalised for that, Russia. They are struggling at the moment, aren't they? Know quite what to do. Maybe that's their way back in. Good dig. Krasilnikov couldn't finish. Lupo can. The expectation there from the Russian fans. Just when they thought they were going to have something to celebrate, Lupo makes the dig, loses the hat, keeps control, gets the point. A serve from Nicolai once again. Russia cannot handle what he's doing from the serving line. That's another belter, but that one just misses. Well, when you watch Italy play like this, and you think ahead to the Olympic Games to come in Rio, you ever think to yourself, well, if they don't get on the podium, the teams around them must be playing some super volleyball. That was pretty good, wasn't it, from Semenov? Great up from Semenov, and a brilliant put away. So Italy taking no chances as we see this one again. They've called a timeout. chasing the game. Those kind of errors happen when you're trying to make something happen. A free gift for Italy. Lupo now to serve. Semenov makes the side out. The crowd makes some noise for him and Krasilnikov in return. Oh, brilliant. Excellent play from Russia. Semenov giving it everything. And he's not the defender on the sand usually. But he got a big, long arm onto it, and then a little bit of luck from the swing. Krasilnikov is going to stay in again. Semenov's going to go for it from the serving line. Well, it's going to be a carry against Italy, a catch as it's called now. And Russia begin the fight back. That was the catch from Lupo. Semenov once more. Well, it really is throwing caution to the wind here. Semenov going for a big jumper once again. But he doesn't find the baseline, and it's match point now for Italy. Nicolai getting ready for a big jump serve of his own. Well, the boos have worked as far as the fans are concerned, as the first match point is saved, but now Italy have two opportunities from side out to do it. Krasilnikov. Lupo for gold for Italy. He's done it! And Italy are the champions in Sochi. A straight sets victory for them. Third time lucky for them in the final this season. After 2 silver medals, they take gold. Semenov, gracious in defeat. Lupo and Nicolai, deserved winners. This is how it was done. Just a little pokey away from Krasilnikov, and nothing at all that Russia could do. Confirmation of the score, 21-15, 21-18. Really, really good volleyball, wasn't it, from Italy? Especially in Russia against the Russians, having to battle them and the crowd. And